Gather all of your materials, including your safety gear. I insert the grid boards under my screen bottom boards. Now it's time to remove the outer top so that I can plug the hole in the inner cover temporarily. We want to slow the escape of the oxalic acid vapor from the colony. We don't need an airtight seal here. And don't worry if you have some bees outside of the hive. That's okay, they'll get back in later. Our next task is to get the oxalic acid on the cold wand and get the wand inside the hive. Never place oxalic acid crystals on a hot wand. The crystals will begin to vaporize, and if you inhale the fumes, you may end up in the hospital or worse. Now it's time to place the vaporizer inside the hive with a minimum of disturbance to the bees. You can remove your entrance reducer from the hive, but I have found that my wand will fit just inside the largest opening in the reducer. Put it in very slowly. The calmer you can keep the bees, the easier your job will be. An old towel is laid loosely across the front to help hold in the fumes. In a strong colony, you're going to have some traffic back up in front of the hive, but that's okay. It'll only be for a few minutes. All entrances are blocked and my timer is set for 3 minutes. Sometimes it only takes 2.5 minutes, so I'll keep a close eye on it. My vaporizer is powered by battery power, so I use this little rechargeable battery pack. I can connect the cables to it. I charge it before I go to the bee yard, and it works just fine for a few hives. Oxalic acid vaporization is approved for use in the U.S. using this method. But remember that any treatment method has advantages and disadvantages and can be dangerous to you or the bees. Wear the appropriate safety gear, especially to protect your lungs and nasal passages from the fumes. And even then, make sure to stand upwind from the vapor. You will see some vapor coming from the entrance or the other holes that we plugged in the hive. This is perfectly normal and no cause for alarm because we didn't have an airtight seal. We just wanted to slow the fumes down. Morning foragers returning to the hive are upset because they can't get in. But it's okay, I'll be finished in a few minutes and they can enter the hive. Once the treatment timer has ended and no more fumes are coming from the hive, I still want to keep the colony closed up for a few minutes. This helps to get the most effective use out of the treatment. In a couple of minutes I can remove the wand, but I leave the towel on the front for a few more minutes. The model vaporizer I use can be ducked into water to cool it quickly. I leave the bottom grid boards in until I'm finished and ready to leave the bee yard. There is no perfect mite treatment, and this method does not kill the mites that are under the brood cappings. So it is repeated 3 times at 5 to 6 day intervals to kill the mites that are emerging from the brood cells. This is Beekeeper Charlotte at CarolinaHoneybees.com.